In the morning, it's Indiana in the Morning, presented by First Commonwealth Bank. It's the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160, 101.1 FM. She is Deena Diehl. She is a nurse navigator at the Indiana Regional Medical Center at the Women's Imaging Center. Good morning.
Good morning.
We have been talking with you the last couple of years
Yes,
during this
we
month of
have.
October.
Yes. It's nice to be back.
It's good to have you back because October being Breast Cancer Awareness Month, we want to call attention to it and call attention to the need for women to get their mammograms done. And then if something is detected, to follow through with whatever the appropriate treatment might be. And that's a part of what you do.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes.
A nurse navigator. Tell us what it is.
Well, I am a nurse, and I am with the ladies from the beginning, like when they have their first abnormal mammogram, ultrasound. I'm with them when they have their biopsy. I follow them through their diagnosis the whole way to the end of their treatment. So I'm a key point of their
You're
survivor.
a little bit more than just a hand holder,
Yes.
though, aren't you?
Yes, I am. Yeah.
When a woman begins this process with you, which means that they've had that abnormal mammogram and it's time to explore a little bit further, I would guess that they're very frightened.
They are, and very emotional and scared, and you know, and it's a lot to take in one setting, you know, because they come in thinking they're okay, and then they're told, "Hey, you have something suspicious. We have to now do a biopsy," which is a scary word to everybody.
Sure.
So I try to talk them through the process and make sure, you know, help them get through the best I can. It's not. I can't tell anybody that they're not going to be scared or, you know, have emotions, but it's nice to be there just to know they have somebody, you know, on their side. And
in today's age, the impression I get is that there is more hope for women with breast cancer diagnosis than ever before.
There is, yes. And the treatments have advanced so much, and not everybody needs chemo anymore. Like, you know, I think that's the main thing they think when they're diagnosed, that they have to have it. But no, it's come a long way, and most women, they are cured. You know, it's great.
Yeah. Yeah, it's an amazing thing. And those advances continue through, and we're going to talk about
Yes.
some events coming up. The funding
Yeah.
that is raised through events here in Indiana, all across the world, especially in the month of October, they really call attention to it. But those efforts go on all the time.
Yes.
Talk, if you would, about the Hillman connection now, the Hillman Cancer Centers.
Yeah, IRMC does have, we are in partnership with the Hillman Cancer Center, so it's great. You have all the treatments that you would have downtown Pittsburgh here in Indiana, and we have great oncologists and radiation oncologists, and it's just been a great thing for us.
Has that changed substantially what you do?
No, not
No?
at all. I was working with them beforehand because we,
Okay.
you know, the cancer center was Hillman, so we've had a, you know, connection for a while. So no, nothing really has changed.
Okay, so when that woman who has that diagnosis comes to you and you take them through the process, biopsy, and then, as you said, you're with them every step of the way through the entire process of their treatment and their care at IRMC.
Correct.
What happens next after biopsy? Of course, if biopsy turns out okay, then they're good, or they
If
have to
the-
set up increased monitoring in the future.
Yeah, and if it's good, we just, you know, follow up usually for a couple months, and then if they're good, then they can go back to their yearly. And if it's bad, we set them up with our surgeon in oncology and radiation oncology and get the process rolling. And
Yeah.
yeah,
On the other side of that, there are still emotional issues, I'm sure, in addition to the physical issues.
yes, and I think it's the biggest one. You know, it is an emotional process, and then when they're done, they still have that because, you know, they worry about it coming back, and
Yeah.
so it's hard. It is hard, and we have social workers and we have like ministry and people that are out there that we try and reach out to help. You know,
That first time that a woman walks through the door at the Women's Imaging Center in particular, describe that place to me, because I've obviously never had to go
it's
there.
a very warm, welcoming environment. The ladies are great. It's like being part of the family. And our secretaries, they see them, Connie and Janet, as soon as they walk in. And it's just like walking into your family. And the techs are great, and it's just it looks like you're at home. We have couches and TVs, you know. It's just a great environment for the ladies. And I think most women are pleased when they're done, you know.
Yeah, and that's the home of the new 3D mammography
Correct.
unit.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we're also getting another one at Indiana.
That's what I
Hopefully
hear.
soon, yes.
Yeah. Well, to me, that means that the message, as I said to Dr. Clark last week, the message must be getting through to women that
Yes.
this is something you have to do.
Oh, yes. And with the advanced technology, we're catching more cancer. And even if you had it last year, there's still a chance something can develop. So the 3D just breaks it down. And we're finding, I think, 40% more cancers now. So it's crazy. But yeah, it's very important to come every year.
You have walk-in mammograms on Mondays?
We do, yeah. At the Women's Imaging Center in Indiana, it's like all day 7 to 5. And we also have walk-in Wednesdays at our Chestnut Ridge location too, which we have a 3D mammogram machine there too. So it's all day. If you can't come, Wednesday it's there.
There's a second chance.
Yes, and it's a great facility too, which, a lot of people don't know about, but it's there. We have girls there every Wednesday.
Yeah, that's terrific. That's terrific. And of course, by appointment on other days.
Yes, correct.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
All right. We did mention that there are some events coming up that we
Yes.
want to highlight to help draw attention again to women's breast cancer issues and the opportunities that folks have now for their treatment here in Indiana. What are some of those events?
So this Sunday, October 13th, is our Love of Life Bingo. It's part of the Love of Life campaign. It's going to be at Coral Grayston Fire Hall in Coral Grayston. The doors open at 11, and then early birds start at 2. There's going to be a lot of women's imaging IRMC staff working. There's great baskets and prizes and giveaways, and of course lots of food, so everybody can come out and join us.
Heather Reed was here yesterday talking about those baskets. Wow.
I know, we've had a lot of donations. It's great. There's some
like
good stuff.
$500 worth of items in some of those baskets.
Correct, yes.
Amazing.
And then the 19th is our race. I'm sure Heather talked about that.
Yeah.
And I think it's 9 o'clock at between 8th and Philadelphia Street at the S&T.
Just up the block.
Yeah, and you can still call and register.
She said you were over 400 registrants already.
I think so, yes.
Wow.
Yes, it's
Had
great.
about
It is a
400
great thing. Yeah.
Yeah, it had about 400 for the race last year.
Yes.
And already
And
you're over 400.
And you don't have to run. I don't run, so we walk and have a good time. We
Yeah.
have a team. It's just a great experience.
Bring the kids in the stroller and off you go.
And then October 24th is our girls' night out at the Rustic Lodge, and you can still call and sign up for that. And there's going to be a panel of doctors talking, so they're going to be going over different women's topics. So it'll be a great night too. And there's always around 300 ladies there, if not more.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
And then something comes that we haven't focused on yet this year, but we
Yeah.
need to now. And that is that for some women, there's just a mental obstacle that they have to overcome. And that is the fear of finding out.
Yes.
And so they avoid getting that mammogram. And so there's a Scaredy Cats Day.
Yes, on Wednesday, October 30th, and it's going to be all day long. It's a walk-in day. We're going to have food and prizes, and somebody's coming to do nails, and it's just a relaxing day for ladies who don't want to, we help ease them into the process.
Sure. It's a scary process, I'm certain. And you see that all the time.
Yes, I do.
When you are talking to somebody who is reluctant to get that mammogram, what are some of the things you tell that woman?
Well, it's just like anything else in life, it's just something you have to do. And the pain is, some ladies say it hurts, and I'm like, well, it doesn't hurt that long, but it's important because as we age, our body changes. And, even though usually cancer doesn't develop quickly, it's important that these doctors have a baseline to follow you throughout your life. And, it is because breast cancer is 1 in 8, women. And, I know how many people you have, like 3 or 4 friends that have gone through it. So it's very important to come yearly.
And I know one of the things that, and you just mentioned the baseline, Dr. Clark was talking about this a while back, about how it gives them a chance to have something on file.
Yes.
So they know what a woman's breast looks like on the inside, so that the next time the mammogram comes around, they can see what changes have occurred.
Yes.
Yeah. They do the same thing in concussion protocol for all the athletes now.
Yes, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, you give them the baseline test, and that gives them an idea. Okay, here's what's normal for this person. It's different for every person, isn't it?
It is, yeah, because every woman's different.
Yeah. So there are densities and things that I can't even begin to talk
yes.
about. Yeah.
Which can be confusing to the normal person.
And can be scary, especially.
It is, yeah. Nobody wants to hear that word, cancer. So we try to make it the best process for them.
All right, so you go to the Women's Imaging Center, you meet someone like Deena Diehl, who's going to take you through the entire process and be with you start to finish and beyond as well. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes.
Terrific. So for folks who need to know, what is the contact information? Someone sitting there today says, I understand that I need to do it. I'm going to make that decision. I'm going to do it. What's their next step?
They can call us at the Women's Imaging Center. That's probably the best right now. It's 724-357-8081, and our girls can get them scheduled.
Don't need a
Just like that.
referral from another doctor.
No, not for a screening mammogram. You don't need an order or a referral. You just can come on in.
Terrific.
Yeah.
Deena, thanks for coming in.
Well, thanks for having me.
We appreciate it. She's Deena Diehl. She's a nurse navigator at the Indiana Regional Medical Center. And again, all of those events she was talking about, the Love of Life 5K, the bingo coming up this weekend, walk-in mammogram, Scaredy Cat Day, Girls Night Out, the Love of Life bingo. You can check them all out, IRMC. The Women's Imaging Center will help you along. It is the voice of Indiana County, WCCS, AM 1160 and 101.1 FM.